captain. But I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Derby City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Derby City, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show. Derby City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some napkins. I don't mean to control you like a captain, but I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Derby City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Derby City, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show. Derby City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some napkins. I don't mean to control you like a captain, but I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Derby City Sports Review Show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Derby City, do you got some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will I Am, in the building with Will. What's going on, T-Rock? How you doing, sir?
Doing all right, my friend. It's just ready to get it going. You know, got my drink.
That look
Let's
like
make it happen.
like a nice old Mile Wide Beer Company.
It is. And it's the one that you like.
Is that the? Oh well, it's Tessie. Don't mess with my Bessie, Tessie.
Yes, sir.
Oh, woo-wee.
But I'm gonna follow it because I know me.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow it up with a Catalina Breeze.
Okay. Cool. All right, playing it safe tonight.
Yeah. I'll go to bed right after this.
Yeah, you will. if you drink two of them, you be going to sleep right now.
Exactly.
During the show. So I get it. I understand. Hey, fade the black. Hope everybody's had a great one. Want to go ahead and give a big shout out to 54 Sports Network. This is about a year anniversary for 54 Sports Network. Been doing it for a while, but decided to went ahead and make the big move last year. So, it is what it is as we go and get into some things. And, the growth is great. We got a lot of shows, a lot of great people that help out with this one. Name them. I can go ahead and do that. Of course, T-Rock. Of course, the Don, the Mayor, Mika, Bump, Twan, Mr. Stats, if you want to call them that. The doctors, Dr. Woods and Dr. Woods. We got a new show great drop with them. So as we add to that fold is rocking and rolling. Mr. Mark, aka Big Dog. He was on here last week. You'll see a little bit more of him on the different shows that we got. So just want to shout out to everybody. Shout out to 502 Corvette, Mile Wide Beer Company. Looking for some more sponsors. This all the support that we get. You know what I'm saying, for our loved ones and things like that. Just very, very happy with the progression of what's going on. And in celebration of that one, y'all know what the deal is. What's your favorite moment of the past year? T-Rock, I already know. I have several. But I think I can answer yours. But go ahead. I know this is catching you off guard. But what is your favorite moment in the first year as far as 54 Sports Network? This the first year of that. We've been rocking and rolling, doing it with the Mark and Will
Right.
show. So,
Right.
yeah. What's your favorite moment of the past year? I I already
2 words.
go ahead.
Franklin County.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That
mean,
has been my favorite. Yes. Much
yeah,
love to the Franklin County folks, man. They showed us love. They shown me love, and it's all love. You know what I mean? Regardless of something I might have said, but
what? Wonder
but
what that
yeah,
was.
yeah. I wonder what that was too. I don't know, but I got a shirt that says uh
Yeah, and a fat hat is around the school somewhere.
right at school somewhere. So that is definitely my favorite thing. Shout out to everybody there, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a classic, man. That's just how they treated. I mean, that was love. I mean, that was
Yes,
like we was on a college tour, like they was recruiting us or something like that. Come in there and get
yes.
the shirts and hats and things like that. They took care of us, so without a doubt, I would have to say, I think my favorite moment is like a collage of things. And the first,
Mhm.
they all fit together. I think this, as I was getting these shows together and convincing the talent to come and join me on these different shows. It's something when you sit back having a beer or having a adult beverage or a adult pop
You know,
and you just shooting the breeze, and then it comes a time when you realize, oh, this dude is serious. He's really trying to do these. And so I can recall, like with Don and T Rock, they especially T Rock. T Rock's been around since Mark and Will show. Don came towards the end of Mark and Will, so they was pretty much, you know what I'm saying, and they can share how they when they decided they is ready to rock and roll, but not so much them. But on the new shows, kind of collaborate. We want to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we're thinking about doing. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm in. Let's just come up with those dates. It's a little bit easier so when you already bought in. But when I was recruiting, basically Mika and Bump. Now Bump, I thought it was gonna be. Bump's been on the show. He's been since Mark and Will show.
right.
But I know that he doesn't want to be on it a lot, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I know he doesn't want to be on it a lot. So convincing him, like, hey man, bird's eye view. I'm telling you, we can rock and roll with this, right? So then it became, I want a female. Okay. So Bump threw out a couple of names. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Mika, and he's like, yeah, just give her Hollywood. You know how he does. Give her Hollywood.
Yeah.
I said, all right, okay, cool. So I'm going back. I'm texting back and stuff like that. And I mean, it's like, when it's gonna be, where it's gonna be, uh, what day, because she's done, Tanti. Shout out to the Tantis. She rocks and roll with that one. So it's like, all right, look, this is how it's gonna look. It's not gonna touch with that. You can rock and roll, this and that. You know your sports and all that. But this that whole convincing, hey, this is gonna be a beautiful thing. We can rock and roll us three and all this kind of stuff. And after the first show, it was just like, I mean, we can't get birth, but gave birth to the bird's eye view. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like, it went so smooth. She enjoyed it. Of course, Bump enjoyed it. And it take off ever since. We got to get back together, get another show on her because, the stuff is off above rock and roll. But those kind of developing those relationships, and especially once it's already established, but let's do it on this level, is just a beautiful thing. T Rock also, we had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all in type stuff. That stuff right there, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
my mind don't stop. I already got two more shows I'm trying to do. That kind of stuff. And these guys have this rocked and roll. Like I said, T Rock, the Don, Mika, the mayor. Y'all will be seeing the mayor again, that kind of stuff like that. He's just taking care of business. That's a beautiful thing, man. And I love it. I love it. And thank you guys for the support that you have given and all that kind of stuff. We really appreciate you with that one. And hats off to people don't understand this. As I was going through this, and I don't think I've really ever told this story. As I was going through naming this, what I'm gonna name this. Is it gonna be the Will Show? Is it gonna be this and that? And I had conversations. T Rock and I have conversations. And
Yeah.
54. People don't probably that's my ex number, my football number, things like that. And so instead of, it was 54 and it was something else, I forgot what it was, T Rock. But then you and I was talking, we was at a bar. I'm not gonna say the bar's name. I don't think they sponsor us. I don't think it ain't Malwai. It was somewhere else. And
Yeah.
so and you looked at me, you said, hey man, go with your heart, bro. Go with you. This is your stuff. Go with 54, 54 Sports Network. That's what you do.
Yes.
This is you. You rock and roll with it.
Right.
And did that and haven't looked back since. Been growing, rocking and rolling. So, my brother T Rock was like, hey, this is you.
Yep.
And so,
Absolutely.
much love to T Rock. All that kind of stuff like that. Anytime I need him, he's there. Great advice, stuff like that. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and say, don't forget to vote for these kiddos. Big time. It's that time. You know what it is. It's that time to vote for these kids. They deserve it. Baseball, softball players of the week. And you know what? At first, I didn't like it. I didn't like having just a few people, but I like it now. This because it actually puts onus on. Shout out to Don. Don does the baseball, do the softball. It makes you, have to look a little harder and make it.
Hmm.
And we're not going to catch everybody because every school does not report the stats. Let's be real, they do not. And so we got to go hunting. And we try to make it easier for you guys to go ahead and nominate. You can nominate. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean it's little. It's a little. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rock. It's a little harder now when it's just four. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not harder now because you might not get that opportunity because those numbers may look good to you, but maybe not good to me. That type of stuff
Right.
like that stuff like that. Just keep it at 100. So even if your kid didn't get I'm sure they had a hell of a week. That's okay. Go ahead, nominate by 4 p.m. all the stats. But I kind of like that. So it's four across. So they deserve it. Look at it. See what's going on. Um, you know, vote. Voting ends Wednesday at 5 p.m. So go ahead and we'll go ahead and reveal the winners. But shout out, hats off to them because tournament play and stuff is going to begin across the board. School's almost out, all that good stuff. Shoot, I got baby girl trying for cheerleading and everything, and hope she gets it for 8th grade coming up. So,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, we need Trinity to go ahead and go on and get that cheerleading gig. Go on and do what you got to do. And it's so funny. And I'll tell you, she used to give me the blues. I'm talking about sports. Now she wants to cheer for sports. So
Yeah.
love that, love that. Do what you got
Full
to
circle.
do. Full circle, full circle. All right, speaking of full circle, let's get into some NBA basketball, man. We had some games, and we're gonna go over what happened. Let me see. We're gonna go what happened on Saturday if I can find. Well, you know what? I lied to y'all. Don't hate me. Congratulate me. Let's get into men's basketball. You see at the bottom of the screen. Louisville gets
Yes.
commit. What do we say? Muhammad Kamara
Come on.
commits to Louisville. 6'7", power forward out of the. It's kind of like the G League, but African, NBA Development
Hmm.
League, pretty much like that. This came out of nowhere. I have never seen his name. Never seen all the people who are in the know. This is why I love PK because you don't know. And I love
Right.
it. I love it. It throws everybody off because everybody's all in it. Oh no, man, they recruiting. You don't know. Bruh, unless you part of his family, you won't know. Our assistant coaches that see these people come in there, you ain't knowing. And it's beautiful, bruh. It's beautiful. The past years, you've heard the stuff, and you like, man, why are they recruiting that dude knowing damn well he ain't coming here? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Now it's like you just wake up, it's like Christmas morning. Oh man, wow,
Exactly.
look what we got here. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And dude, seen the, I posted on the page and also did the video with it too, where you can check it out. What's up, Tim? Haley, Wendy, Libby, how you doing? Teresa. I posted a video, right, so people can see. Dude 6'7". He's got a nice frame on him. He's athletic. He plays defense. And we've been talking about it, filling out this roster, right? Because you need some athletes, you need some wings. You know what I'm saying? To back up Pryor and Roof. You know, hopefully get another
Handily.
big or something. Things like Hadley. I always forget about him, and that's
Yeah.
crazy because he's a key component. But you
Yeah.
need those bodies. Worry about that. Worry about who's playing time. That ain't our job. We ain't the coach. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they got to please him, But when they came across and I saw that, because he said it the other day that about a couple of more players added, so that's one. So we're gonna see, and I don't think he's talking about Ali. You know what I'm saying? I think he's thinking
Mm-mm.
he's already in the mix, hoping get him back or whatever, but somebody else, and it might be that guy that you pronounce. I think he may be next on the list. Another big body may be coming.
Vangelis
Yes, yeah, I think it may be him.
Zugris.
Zugris. I think it may be him. And what was your thought seeing Mr. Kamara in the fold?
My first thought was who? All
Mm-hmm.
right. Then my second thought was, let me watch some film. Because it's always just gonna be highlights. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
let's see what he can do. Obviously, defender, block shots. Can run up and down the floor pretty good. Um, apparently, it's not a. I don't know the volume of 3-point shots he takes,
Yeah, I think it's
but
three.
it's
I think they average like 3 a game, shots,
yeah.
attempts. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So and then so he I don't know what that part of his game looks like, but we definitely need help. And but then my third thought was I like somebody just a little bit taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if he is, he's got from what I can tell, he's got crazy wingspan,
Mm-hmm.
and and if he can be in there and mix it up with some of these bigger guys, then I'm more power to him. Because what you need, if especially I see this kid coming off the bench, so what you need is somebody, obviously, like you said, is going to back up them. But it may be an offensive drop off a little bit,
Right.
but might pick up on the defensive end of it.
Y-
So
Go ahead.
I'm just hoping that it works out. I think, I mean,
That's
that's
another
all I can do
thing.
because I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I don't know. At least if you're in the portal, you're coming from another school. I have more data, right?
True.
I just don't have any data on this kid. But I if I didn't learn anything from last year, is to trust the PK.
Right. Right. No, you hit on the head. That's my thing. Is like out the next one, even if it is Zook Race or whatever, he ain't but 6'8". He's 265. He's a load. He's a wide body with it. He's built. You know what I'm saying as far as
Mm-hmm.
that. But what if you don't get Mr. Muhammad or whatever, Khalif or whatever his name? What if you don't get him back? He's 6'11". So then you only down with two. Case and Pryor, they saying 6'10". He's probably 6'9". Fru, we don't know until they get over her. They got him listed 6'11". He may be 6'9". I'm with you. I'm like, cool, mystery guy, fine. But if he was like at least 6'9" ish, you know what I'm saying? And the wing at 6'9", I like that, but like you said, it is PK and we let him cook. You know what I'm saying? Let him cook. Let him cook. We let him do what he got to do. So, but congratulations, another move. And like I said, we're saying it may be old boy, it may be some, I don't even know, bro. I mean, because remember going into it, we still had 3 spots. 3 spots. If old boy don't come back as 4, so let's see what's going on. Speaking of something, I didn't know this. I saw this drop. This was on ESPN. Each team and the 23-24 season, $45 million. These school was paid. So ACC made a record of, I forgot what the number was, but you divided. They didn't have the 18 schools or whatever they have now, right?
Right.
So they ate in that 23-24. That's right. That's before NIL basically really took off too. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that. Uh, Here it is right here. Here it is right here, real quick, real quick. Yeah, 45 million per school, like the screen says. So they generated in the calendar year of 23-24. So they got paid, I guess, last year of this
Hmm.
$711 million. So had to cut it up,
Wow.
45 mil. But the crazy thing is, these SEC Big Ten teams been getting paid this and more.
Right.
They getting 60 mil.
Hmm.
You got to have a
Yeah.
whirlwind. You got to have a whirlwind record breaking to get 45 by these dudes. Like, man, that ain't nothing.
Right.
But they was getting like 20 something and barely 30 something. So 45 is that plate looking full. But this is what you need at least to have this, bro. You need to at least have this for real. I mean, look, all the money generated for all these TV deals and games on. Come on, bro. Like you need to eat. If not, then you got a problem. This should be the standard. This should be where they in 2023 24 25 they got 45 million. Yeah, man, pay them. But it is kind of shocking because to me, we saw this back in the day, even couple say 3 years ago. We'd be like, oh wow. Now it's like, hold on, bro. It's more than that out there.
Yeah.
There's more than that out there. Let's feed, let's eat. But this is the reason why you went to the Power Five schools. I mean, conference. That's why the reason why you wanted to get in it, so you get a
Hmm.
piece of the pie. When you making 45 mil, are they just giving TV money to you? You can do a lot of things with that. You can pay a
True
lot
enough.
of bills. You
A
can
lot of
build.
bills.
Can you imagine what the campus would look? And I love Hurd. He's rocking and rolling. He's proven what he can do. But what would Jurge would have done if he had an extra $45 million coming in?
Real. Well, George is that we sure as hell wouldn't be paying off more coaches. That's for sure.
Oh hell no!
That's for damn sure.
But some
Yeah, man.
yeah,
But I agree. I agree. It's like if the ACC had gotten 45 million, we know the SEC is going to get a lot more. What's the Big 12 getting? What's the Big 10 getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this working? Now, I feel like every conference has its premier things, right? The
right,
schools, and some of it's fallen off, right?
right,
For instance, I'll put it out there. We'll say Alabama, the SEC, right? Dominant football, mediocre basketball. That's kind of, you know, basketball's catching up with football, and football's kind of dropping just a hair,
right.
right? So how's that money? Because we know that SEC is football money. It's primarily football money now, but
Yeah,
now that the conference now you can put uh 18,000 teams in the conference. I mean, in the tournament.
yeah,
What does that look like in money now, right? So I think what ACC is, the ACC can earn more money. Can they earn SEC money? Probably not.
mm-mm.
But could they earn more money? Yes. And that's going to have to be from basketball because the ACC has always been a basketball conference. And we need these teams to play like ACC teams and not do like last year and everybody get beat by an SEC team.
Yeah,
Well, maybe Duke. I think Duke is the only team that didn't get beat. But you know what I mean? It's just like you got to bring it back. ACC's got to go back to basketball prominence because if they do that, that 45 million can turn into 55. Now, it still will never be SEC money, but
no,
that's the claim to fame for the ACC
yeah,
at this point because they're never going to have dominant football money because there's not a dominant football schools in the conference.
yeah. You know what? And the crazy thing, basketball don't make that money. So to me, this may be you hope that this is the floor, but 45 and 50 may be the ceiling because basketball only makes so much. But that
Right,
football is this that TV money off it. It is crazy. You hit a point. The SEC. What is Texas making? Because they have their own channel,
right.
and you know they're not giving up that money. You
Heck no.
know, we're gonna join, but this is ours. This is what we've been doing. That's why Notre Dame don't want to go anywhere. Like NBC is like, hey, what
Right.
y'all need? Take 100 mil.
Well,
Do what you got to
let's
do,
they finally renovated the stadium. Jeez, I heard that was like a rat's nest.
and put a decent product on there. They had some lean
Really?
years. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
They
they
had some
did.
lean
Yeah, they did.
years. So it's like, what are we watching? So now, you know, the whole thing is this though. As you broaden the college football playoffs. So so SEC can get more teams. That's who's gonna eat off her. It ain't gonna be.
Right.
It ain't gonna be freaking. Hey man, the ACC can maybe get one. No, 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 no. That's strictly the SEC Big Ten thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are the schools.
That's it.
So when they're fifth, those teams who finish in fourth place and stuff like that, Wisconsin or somebody, they'll be in the playoffs. That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be, they didn't want SMU in there at all. They're like, oh, and looked like they was right.
They was
Lord,
absolutely right.
goodness gracious.
Yeah, yeah, that was a gracious thing. That was just like, well, we can't have them all, so
Right,
let's
right,
throw these
right.
guys in there again and see
That
what
was
happens.
that was ugly at its
Yeah,
finest. But yeah,
yeah,
I mean, but hey, I would love that to be the floor. I would love that, and it
yeah,
should be. But you're right. No, SEC money is totally different, and
yeah.
it just makes you wonder how much did they make in that year because even in the 23-24, wasn't all those schools in the SEC either. So there's less schools to split that money. Man, they probably made about 70-something $1 million, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's pay the man. That's how they can pay out them coaches.
Oh,
That's
that's
all that is.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like, hey, come on, let's get these big boys in here, these big names and all this kind of stuff. So they did it rock and roll with that. All right, let's get into some NBA. Happened Saturday night, man. We kind of we talked about this, and actually, let me see. It actually, I'm sorry, I said sorry. Happened Friday night. Was while we was doing the taping of um, Bourbon, the splash of sports, and we was actually trying to do the show, which we did, and watch some of this. Celtics, I mean, come on, bro. I mean, we knew that it would be tough without Jason Tatum. I don't care. You that next game, you can kind of survive that a little bit, navigate that. But the second game without a true bona fide top 10 NBA player, you're not winning that, bro. Somebody that you depend
mm-mm.
on, I'm sorry, you're not. And thing about it is, this is the kind of game that you probably would have had a better chance because you thought you would have had a better chance because the Knicks have no bench. Because Tibbs he plays the shit out of his players. Point
Yeah, he
blank.
does.
And he didn't give a damn, and they was gonna rock and roll 119-81. The Celtics, I heard a report and it kind of looked like it, even though I'll say we was watching from afar, even though we was doing the show. Um, they like they quit. It looked like they quit. I mean, when you got a whole bunch of role players, you got the one guy who now they saying he had a meniscus tear. I guess that's the thing. Once you get put out, you done had a meniscus tear. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron claimed, but now they saying Jalen had it, who was 8 for 20
hmm
points. But I mean, those numbers don't mean that he should have shot it 40 times. Him and then you knew something was wrong with Mr. Derek White only had 8 points. He has been that glue guy. He took the role of Holiday because that's what Holiday was last year, being Mr. Glue doing everything. So he basically took that over and 8. You're not winning with him getting 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. That's not his stats. That's somebody else's shit that deserve to be on the bench. That's J.D. Davison stats. Dude deep on the bench. That's his stats. But when you got that big body, man, when you got that big body Benz, Jalen Brunson, 23, Cat then had a good series for them too. I mean, when you got four players with 20 points, you have to because they all playing 1,000 minutes, and Hart getting getting a triple double. That's what they do. Brad 10 points, man. Hey, shout out to the Knicks. And this is why I love you. You and I talked about it, and you always say T Rock changing of the guards and new stuff like that. Brunson and them are still new enough and young enough. I say young
Right.
enough to still do. Even Cat, even seem like he been there for 1,000 years. NBA, they still young. OG, Hart, all these guys still
Mhm.
young, and I love it. First of all, I love it because I don't want to see the same teams win over and over, especially NBA. I don't have a team in it. Don't want to see that. Like to see the new bloods. And the thing about it is, out of these four that are remaining, and we'll talk about that. Maybe not this show, maybe the next show. Three of them haven't won a championship at all, and one of them being the Knicks. Last time they won it, Phil Jackson was in there hooping in the 70s.
Shoulders.
All that, all that. Him and Walton, everybody. Willis Reed, everybody was in there. All that, man. It's over 50 years, bro. They ain't won it in 50 years. So you about to say they ain't won it either. But still, this is beautiful, man. Hey, go ahead, represent, do what you gotta do, Knicks. It seems like all the entertainment, the people you ain't seen, you ain't never seen them with Knicks hats, Nick Gear is claiming the Knicks, knowing damn well they was riding with Brooklyn or somebody else. I get it, I understand what it is. But hey, hats off to the Knicks on it, man. What's your thoughts on the Knicks taking care of business against the Celtics?
I think last we spoke, I said that the Knicks was going to win at home. You know what I'm saying? That's where they wanted to win it. In front of Walt Frazier and Spike Lee and other former players, John Starks, and you know what I'm saying, so
Right.
everybody can celebrate this thing, right? Um, and again, like I said before, you know, um, the Knicks are defensive team.
Yeah.
So as you got a defensive coach, you got a defense team. What is your plan out of Tatum's out? Okay, you basically say, okay, let Jalen Brown beat me. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to see if Jalen Brown can beat us. We're gonna just guard everybody else. I mean, granted, they guarded him too. Don't get me wrong, but they know he was gonna get his. You know what I
Right.
mean? So if we can keep everybody else from doing anything, White, you know what I'm saying, those role players from doing that thing, this is cakewalk,
Right.
and it was a cakewalk. It was a cakewalk. They had Celtics had. I mean, I'm sorry, the Knicks have too many guns. You know what I'm saying? Too many bullets in the gun. You know what I mean? So the Celtics didn't stand a chance. And if I'm going to be even extra real with you, I think the game may have been a little closer, but even with Tatum there, they would have lost this
Yeah. And they had to win this one. This is the one you
game.
could like I said, third. This is the one you had to win. There's no way in hell, like I said, that you want this to go back to Boston. This was the biggest must win for the Knicks because they knew, like I said, the luck of an Irish. You never know what the hell would have happened in Game 7, and that would have been a mess. So, way to take care of business on that one, and moving right along to face the Pacers
Yeah,
on Wednesday. So, congratulations to all the Knicks fans. Go ahead and dust off them old Patrick Ewing Adidas. They was fly though, man. I had me a pair of them, man. They was fly, bro. That orange and blue, boy. Man,
orange and blue joints. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. I agree.
they was
I
dope. They
agree.
was dope. I'm gonna tell you who wasn't dope. The Nuggets. Thunder 125, Nuggets 93, bro. You know what's so crazy? Uh, siblings came over, so I really was kicking me. I wasn't paying attention, but I was keeping up with the score. And when I saw that second quarter, I ain't even watching. I'm not even gonna lie. I said ain't no need for me to waste nothing on this. So I was just keeping up with it on my phone to see what's going on. And Thunder did what Thunder does. They survived all that craziness with Big Joker taking care of business like we knew he's a champion. Joker is a top
Mm-hmm.
5 player in the league, bro. And
Yeah.
really probably top 3. Let's be honest.
Three.
Dude
I
is
was gonna
different.
say top
Yeah,
three.
he's different. He's different. And he wasn't going to go down, dude. He went down swinging. You had to knock him out. He just was with a bunch of role players that they don't have no bench, so they had to be more prevalent. Like I said, Porter is still missing in action. I mean, God dang it, that boy, he's looking like what is old boy was the number 1 draft pick. God damn it, guard who couldn't shoot. Not the one who went to Cleveland, but the one who went to Washington, University of Washington. Then I think he went to Orlando.
Oh, Markelle Fultz.
Couldn't find a shot to save his life in the NBA. Like, God,
Yeah.
do you average 20 some points and can't average 3 points in the league? Like, what is your problem? Like, it's
Yeah,
like
well,
Porter. Porter's just like, but Thunder, the young guns, the YNs, is real. They
Yes.
are real. And
Yes,
this
sir.
was so much OKC. This is what they look like. If you follow them, and I know it's hard, you got to stay up late at night and different stuff, but most of the time they was dragging people. And that game 7 was a kick ass moment and let y'all know that okay, it went to game 7, but this is why we won these games. This is why so we can have home court advantage and blow your ass out. And they took care of business. Like our Holmgren, Williams, Hartenstein, which I think was one of the big pickup that they got from New York. Hartenstein, you know what I'm saying? But Shea, man, Shea's just different, bro. And he's so smooth with it. You can't speed him up. You're not gonna rush his game. He's gonna get to his spot. Even when he's having bad games, he's still having close to 30 points. Dude is a smooth operator. Point blank.
Yes.
At the end of the day, and y'all know how Don and I do, we try to throw you little nuggets. Take him for FanDuel if you need to. If you want some points, guaranteed he's gonna take care of business. And he always does, bro. And he's just smooth. And I also love, man, Caruso. I don't know how the Lakers let that dude go years ago, and it's crazy. The Bulls let him go. I'm like, dude done been on so many, but he is a champion. Even though it was bubble, it was a champion with the Lakers. But dude is one of them guys on your bench, dude, who's gonna make your bench great. Like, dude takes care of business. And he's gonna be out there winning time. Yeah, big time. So hey, Thunder, woo-wee, Thunder, and T Wolves is tomorrow. We'll get in there a little bit, but T Rock, what's your thoughts on Nuggets getting them teeth knocked in?
Shellacking. So okay, here's what's crazy. So I had, walked through Nulu, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'm sitting there drinking the beer, and I asked the lady behind the bar if she could put the game on for me. She puts the game on. Thunder's down. First quarter, Thunder's down. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Have my beer. I'm turning around. Got golf on the other TV. Just kind of watching both. It really felt like by the time I turned my head back around to watch the game, I was like, they up by 20?
Quick.
What happened?
Quick.
I was like, my God. Yeah, and that's when So, it was just a matter of time. Like I said, they're the number 1 overall team.
Right.
Like I said, I think last year they were I think they were the youngest team. So it was just a matter of time, right? And it manifests itself very quick. I also want to say this since we was talking about SGA. You and I were both there. During the Adidas Classic. We saw this kid play coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And I think in that game he had 20 points in the Classic.
Yep.
I went back and I told Kentucky fans, I was like, he is not one of them guys, that y'all, they're coveting.
Right.
Coming out of, these bigger high schools, or they were, top whatever in the country. But I'm telling you, he is phenomenal, and he's going to be
Yeah,
the best player on the team.
dudes.
It wasn't until what, maybe not halfway through the season where I think Calipari realized, oh, this dude is great. This dude is dope. We got to play him more. And now you see what he's doing in the league.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? We saw that at 18 years old.
Yeah,
We physically saw that live at 18 years old.
Freedom Hall.
The greatness was there. Yeah, the greatness was there.
And that,
Right? And so he's done nothing but prove me right. I can tell
well,
you that.
that just makes you. If I was a Kentucky fan, I'm just even this totally sick, because even at his freshman year, like you said, he ended up getting more shine midway or whatever, but he still wasn't what he was. But you don't know because he didn't get the opportunity. Like you, if he'd have went somewhere else
Right?
and was featured or whatever, let him do, he would have cooked, dude. Cause that's what he
He
does.
was
Like,
good.
dude
He
is
was
smooth.
good.
Plus, he had NBA size. You know, you 6'6" guard.
Yes.
You can do anything, bro. You go anywhere. They can't stop you, man. Like, you are that smooth, man. And the scary thing
Yeah.
is that that's why, you know, it shouldn't be shocked how tough it is to beat Canada when you have Jamal Murray and him as the guards.
Exactly.
And now you see,
that's dope.
yeah. I mean, come on, dude. And they were, even though they wasn't at Kentucky at the same time, you had two ballers. Now, there's no way they should only won one championship, bro. I'm sorry, and I don't want to get off there on that, but there's no way, dude. That
Agreed.
come on, man. That don't even make sense, bro. Let me move on. That just makes me mad. I'm not even thinking that's all that time. Like, for real, dude. Like, you had the best guard play for years. Booker,
Yeah.
Shea, Wall, Mary. Come on. Now, the twins, you can have all
The
that.
twins.
You can have that.
Well, I'm just saying, they were solid. They weren't great, but they were solid.
They were solid, but they wasn't on the caliber of these other guys that he had.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying?
Definitely not on the calendar.
Yeah. But behind him, you have Booker and Ulis. Come on, dude. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Sickening. So tomorrow, we got a little game. T Woods and Thunder. Thunder is 7.5 favorite. Not shock on this one. But I think this that dog, man. Like this right here, man. Y'all better take that over. Y'all got, even though both of them can play defense, this is gonna be fireworks. We talking about Shea, you talking about Ant. Lord. But I'm looking at the secondary stuff. I'm looking at McDaniels. I'm gonna tell you, one of the most impressive players was also a Kentucky player. Julius Randle has been balling in this playoff. Who's stopping him on the OKC? I mean, like, dude's a killer. Like, dude. I mean, I don't know who talked to him in the offseason, because he's another one that's been shopped around a lot of times, and he's still a young buck. But man, it's almost like he's taking bully ball to a new level, because I'm 6'9", I'm probably 255, 260, powerful that you can't. I can go left, I can go right, I can pull you out here. You can't do nothing with me. That like that right there gives them, him playing at the level he's doing, gives them a chance. Not saying they're gonna win, but it gives them a better chance than they had, because dude is dangerous his damn self. You know, and plus they long also. These are some. They are longer than OKC, except for Chet. You know what I'm saying? But hell, you got those doofus back there. This is gonna be a good one, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm looking at the not the stars. I'm looking at who these role players. You know, is Mr. Williams gonna show up? OKC, be more consistent. What you gonna do? This right here, man. This is gonna be a good one. What's your thoughts on
right?
Because
the question for me is, and I'm gonna pose it to you: do you think the length of time between the Thunder's last game and the Wolves' last game to up to now is going to make any difference at all?
No,
because the Thunder just won.
I don't think so.
No, I'm just saying because it's under.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To me, I don't think so. Just because that depth, like they go deep. I mean, and you're gonna be at home,
Right,
so
right. I don't think so either, and primarily just because what I'm saying, you're still dealing with young folk.
right. You ain't
You know what
got
I'm saying?
yeah,
You're not dealing with a whole lot of veterans. You're
yeah.
dealing with young people.
Only Rudy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Only,
who get the supreme treatment, you know what I'm saying, when they're not playing. You know what I
right.
mean? So
Only
yeah, I
Rudy.
don't think there's gonna be a factor either. Some folks do. I was just curious about what your opinion was.
Yeah,
But this is gonna be masterful because like I'm gonna tell you, I typically don't watch NBA usually maybe until the finals,
right,
maybe leading up to, and let's something. But these finals, Eastern and Western, has been for me pretty exciting stuff.
right.
All right, I think it's because of the teams that are in it. I think it feels different, it looks different, and you have very competitive, great teams going at it. I feel like the teams that are playing each other now should be the teams that are playing each other right now.
Yeah,
They earned it. You're not, it's not your typical, your Golden State, your Lakers, or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. It's these teams that use just like your T Wolves, and I mean, it's for me, it's exciting, right?
right.
Now, this game here, like I said, long T Wolves, a long defensive team. Um, I don't know about a 7.5 though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know about seven and a half.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
That's
a
a
lot.
lot. I don't know what Vegas is thinking, but usually they get it pretty good right most of the time. But I don't know about this one, man. I don't
How
know, man.
how you
This is
feel?
gonna be good.
How you feel, Conley, man? That's another old one that we forgot about. How you think he
Yeah,
going? I
that's
mean, even
true.
though they got that rest, what they needed, but
Hmm. Well, he plays like an old dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he would play like we was out there. Like I know
pace.
when to exert myself and yeah,
Right.
and when not to. Like yeah, pace. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Hmm.
I know when to try to drive. I know here's and I'll probably bring this up. Well, I'll bring it up now because we're talking about young teams, and that's going to translate to the other two teams play too. Here's what I've noticed is on the older teams, right,
Right.
that have the younger cats come in, and this is weird to me, and I watch this a lot, especially if a second unit comes in. There's a lot of dudes who pass up shots,
Yeah.
and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Like I understand, okay, give it to the dude, give it to this guy, give it to the guy. But if I'm driving down the lane and
Yeah.
there's nobody there, and then the
Nobody.
big man's got to rotate to guard me, floater. I don't understand. They get there and they dribble all the way into the lane and then stop and turn around and look for somebody to throw it out to. Why are y'all passing up shots? This is part of the problem. This is why y'all ain't winning. Your young dudes is passing up shots because they feel like they got to throw it out to the old dudes to make the baskets.
Right.
Young teams ain't got to worry about that. The young teams ain't got to worry about that. If dudes run into the basket, put it up. That's okay. We'll come back down. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I love the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, man, because of that. Because I think this is just stupid. I was annoyed watching those. Golden State, for instance, I was annoyed watching them because some young cats passed up so many shots, man,
Yeah.
so many wide open
Right.
shots.
Like layups. Like layups.
Yeah,
And they kick
and
it
we'll
out.
turn around and be like, kick it. Like, what are you doing?
And I get analytics. And a lot of that is the analytic type things, trying to get that 3 versus that 2. And that's why you got teams shooting an alarming 63 pointers a game and 53 pointers a game. But when you watch the game, it's like you saying, some of these dudes, just get the 2, man. Kick the layup. And then you wonder why you
Yeah.
losing. Yeah. Everybody can't hit 10 3-pointers, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, y'all can hit it 10
Right.
for a game, but y'all 10 for 50. That don't make sense. Yeah,
Right. Come on.
that's bad
Stupid.
basketball. That's bad
I had to
basketball.
get that off my chest.
Now it happens. It most definitely happens. Buy or sell, Jalen Brown can't be a number one option in the offense.
For the Celtics?
Period.
Oh, okay. Okay. I had to for the Celtics, they would look for him to be the number one option if Tatum out.
He want to be the number one option.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well, I mean, honestly, with Tatum out, who else they're gonna have to be the number one option?
Yeah, you built that team like that.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'm gonna I'm gonna sell, and the reason I'm gonna sell is because although he would have to be the number one option for the Celtics, I think if he goes somewhere else, he's still gonna be that Robin.
Right. Right.
Right? Because he's not going to go to a team that and nobody's going to trade for him to be that number one guy. They're
True.
going to trade for him to help.
True.
So yeah, I'm going to sell.
It's almost like you can almost put an age limit on it. Like how long you been in this league, dude? And you really wasn't. Even though
Right.
you have had big games. We get it. You have had big games, but that don't mean you're the number one option. So I'm selling. Can't remember. Jalen can't be the number one option. I'm gonna buy it. He can't be. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's
But I
probably
know
what
what
I
you. I
meant
know
then.
what you're talking about. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I had to set it. I'm like, let me go. Thunder will win the championship. Buy or sell. Thunder will win championship.
mm,
Monfer.
mm. That's a hard one for me. Um,
25%.
okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. For the sake of just odds, I'm gonna sell.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and the reason, yeah, I'm gonna sell just for the odds alone, right? It's like for me, it's like either you're betting on them or betting on the field, and I'm always gonna bet on the field.
True. True.
So
Yes.
yeah, I'm selling this.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Even though, you know, if the Thunder's playing the Knicks, I'll probably take the Thunder.
Hmm.
Thunder plays the Pacers. I think the Pacers will have a better chance matching up than the Knicks.
Hmm.
But hell, they got to get past T Wolves. We've seen
T
things like
Wolves,
this
yeah,
happen. So I'm gonna sell it too. But hey, it wouldn't shock me if they win it. Let's put it that way.
yeah, yeah. Neither with me.
Buy or sell, Joker will win another ship with Nuggets.
I'm selling. Although his contract is like for the next 3 4 years. Jamal Murray's just recent signed before the season with an extension.
Right.
That's pretty much all you got. You know what I mean?
Period. Period.
So unless you making some big moves in the off season, you know what I'm saying, in the next 2 to 3 years, they're not going to win another one.
Yeah. I'm with you. That bench is horrible.
Hmm.
The starting five is not good. I mean, dude is doing more with less, and people do not want to
Hmm.
give credit. People want to talk about Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon stepped up at certain times of the game, but he's been inconsistent. Michael Porter Jr. has been horrible. You got Chris Braun starting some of those games, and you're like, why? Jamal Murray's always inconsistent in the damn regular season. It's just in
Hmm.
playoff, you're hoping that he has his playoff moment like he does. And that bench, you still got Jordan on the bench, stealing money.
Stealing.
Stealing money, bro. Like, and you really can't name anybody else. Perry Watson? Who?
That's what I was going to say. Who?
Right. I mean, it's like that bench is horrible, bro. And you did not do a good job with your talent scouting. Even if you're trying to go through the draft for free agent, it's bad. And I get it. They paying the Joker, they paying Jamal, but he would not win unless they just out of reconstruct, haul ass. Everything must go. Like
Yes.
how they did the coach, which to me I thought Malone still should be the coach,
Yes, I
without a
agree.
doubt. So that's crazy. I don't know if it's anything on this one. It might be an old one. Oh, good one. Buy or sell. NBA dynasties are dead.
I'm going to sell because you still have teams like the Thunder, and so you still have young teams, right? And the good thing about young teams is, okay, I guess how many championships I guess you have to win to be a dynasty in the NBA, right?
Right.
And as you got a young team and you keep your young nucleus together, and you know what I'm saying, with these contracts and what have you, I still feel like your Thunder could be a dynasty if you know what I'm saying, if done properly. T-Wolves could be a dynasty if done properly. You know, but dynasties come and then they fade, right? Golden State dynasty faded. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nature of the beast, man. It's just the nature of the beast. Nobody stays someplace forever, right? So I'm definitely gonna say I truly believe that there's still, in the way the NBA is arranged anyway, so to speak, I still think there could be dynasties out there.
I'm gonna buy it. I think they are dead. I think it's just free agency makes it harder. I think just because it's salary cap on it, they even though it don't look like it, they do have a cap. Like I said, look at the Nuggets thing, and then a dynasty. That to me, dynasty is not one every 5. That's not. It's got to be, at least two championships after 4 years, three championship within 5 years, type stuff like that. Those are truly the dynasties. And I just don't. It's just going to be harder and harder unless we go to the age or get some more players like a LeBron that's assertive, like a Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can it? Yeah. But I think it's just a little bit harder because you have a lot of these kids that want to be the guy. It ain't, calling somebody Robin is talking about their mother. I ain't backing up. I ain't this and that. No, you are, and that's okay. You can be successful in it. I think it's just the way it's built, man. I think it's just totally different now. I think Golden State, to me, if I say it there, they probably are the last one we get. It's only one team that I think has a chance, and that depends on what they do with this talent. And that's probably San Antonio can get probably back in that with Wemby. Because he's probably getting ready to be one of the people like damn near Shaq that you cannot guard. Dude shooting 3, 7'5", bro. Like you can't do nothing with that, bro. Like for real. And then the ones that are coming up, they can't mess with him. Chet Holmgren get dunked on poster. Dude can take one step inside the damn 3-point line and he's dunking. Like and he ain't got to take off from the whole court. He's just dribbling and dunk, dude. He's different. And if you add the right pieces to him, that you want to go ahead and save some of your, shit, be the Robin, be the third man, be Chris Bosh, why not?
Why not?
It's possible. Why not? That's to me, it's the caveat. Can it? I say it's there, but once you got a unicorn, a true unicorn, only thing's going to stop them, man, is Pop ain't the coach no more.
Yep.
That's the only thing to me is going to stop that, and that's a damn shame it is. But we wrapping it up. We are wrapping it up. Thank you guys for joining on this anniversary, big time, 54 Sports Network. Without a doubt, T-Rock, what you leaving the people with?
Everybody, as I usually say, man, everybody have a great week, man, and hope everybody does well. And I'll be seeing y'all again real soon.
Cool. Thank you, everybody, for support. Much love. Thanks for all the personalities on here, the talent. Without the talent, it wouldn't be 54 Sports Network. So really appreciate everybody and everything they do. So God bless. We out. Peace.
Every City Sports Review is a classic. Click on the latest to see what happened. All facts and never capping. Don't be sleeping, maybe only napping. We do not fold, we are not some napkins. I don't mean to control you like a captain, but I'm just multitasking. So let's go click on the show so we can all fly high like a lad. Every City Sports Review show. And with people you might know. You might learn something you ain't know. Every city, do you get some flow? 502 is what you know. All I know is City Sports Review Show. I know you might be doing your work and stuff, but make sure you subscribe to the show.